What's up, homies? Today we're going to talk about how illegal is it to rock collect. Well, that totally depends on where you are, and you need to know where you are and what the restrictions are, where you are. If you really want to break it down, it's super complicated. I mean, people try to say that it's basic, but it's not. I mean, like, look at these feathers I put on my hat. Now I have to talk about feathers. These are non-game birds. I've seen a lot of beautiful feathers like orange, blue, and you're not allowed to pick those up. It's because it's not a game bird. I don't know that a marabou is a game bird either, but I bought it at a craft store, so it's okay to put on my hat. But you start getting into those sorts of things when you're collecting rocks, like are you collecting rocks or are you accidentally collecting Indian arrowheads? Because most of the time, if somebody collects an Indian arrowhead, it's by accident and they don't know it's an arrowhead. Maybe they were just collecting rocks and they show it to somebody and they go, wow, that's an arrowhead. Because arrowheads in the natural state, they don't look like very much. They kind of just look like rocks, especially if they're broken, which happens all the time. Most of the time. That's why it's still on the ground. Like the Indians would have picked it back up and tried to use it again if it wasn't broken. And those are the issues you're going to run into is like, is it okay for me to collect Indian artifacts? Well, yeah, it is, depending on where you're at. Maybe you're. The thing with Indian artifacts is they're kind of useless on their own, like for you to collect, because then you can't get everybody else's opinion on them and stuff. So it's better to donate stuff like that to museums that actually will display it. That's another thing, like most museums won't display it, they'll just put it in the back. But now we're starting to get into a whole bunch of bullshit issues. How illegal is it to collect? Um, if you see Indian artifacts on the ground, just leave them there for the most part. Even on private property, sometimes you have to have permission to collect, but not all the time. It depends on where you're at. You have to look into it. So there's that issue. Um, that goes for pottery, um, tools, human bodies like bones. Don't pick up a human body. It's a felony. Like if you pick up a skull or something. No, no. You can pick up like bones from like a cow. I have a cow skull downstairs, but that's just from a private cattle ranch. And that's private land, and I know where he buries all of his cows. So I could go get more of those if I wanted to, but you're only really allowed to collect invertebrates. So what that means is shark teeth are okay. That's okay. And what else would really be left behind? Fossil remains are. Now you're starting to get into it again. You know, those fossils, you're actually not allowed to collect fossils either. You can collect the clams though. Like the clamshell fossils are different than because it's not a vertebrate fossil. If it's a vertebrate fossil, like if it has a backbone, that's different. You can't be collecting dinosaurs and shit either. You have to be like, but you can, you have to be able to be with a group that's looking for them so that you could take them out the right way. I actually know where dinosaur bones are around here, and this is California, so a lot of people aren't going to really know where those are at. But would I touch them? No. Have I heard of other people finding there? Yeah. You're going into like the juju category, which is that national parks thing. Like you can't collect in a park either. Be really wary of where a national park is, and just put it up on your phone and see where the green area is. If you start seeing those parks, like somebody wanted me to go up to San Dimas Canyon, and I'd love to go there, but I know I'd really want to collect the barite that's there, so it's illegal, and you can't remove minerals there, even though they have been removed there in the 50s just to make windshields for cars. And that's how it goes. Another one of those things I want to point out is I have actually pointed people out to go collect in San Pedro, but like below it, so that would be Palos Verdes. But don't collect in San Pedro. Like that borderline between San Pedro and Palos Verdes, just only collect the barite below the basalt. It'll be on people's YouTubes. Above that, there are rangers looking out for rock collectors, and try to read some of the articles. It's a felony, and they're gonna fuck with you.